What's going on, squad? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives Make Money on the Internet podcast. It's your boy, Brian Mark. And in today's episode, I'm joined by my beautiful, lovely clients. What's going on, 10K Mastermind? Hope everyone's doing great. As always, let's hear some fucking wins and let's have some fun today. Jasia, what's going on? Mrs. I'm in Momentum, Jasia. That's what we're calling you. You're in
Okay,
Momentum.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'll take it. So my wins, I have a video at 5 million and another one at 1 million views. I am still doing my sales role plays every day with Kelvin, and I have a ton of warm leads that I'm in the DMs with because my content is doing so good. So I appreciate you telling me to double down on it.
I'm glad. That makes me happy. I love that. How can I be of service to you today, Jasia?
So my question is, like I want to improve my client retention. It's not bad. I only had 2 fall off last month out of 35-ish. So I'm not horrible, like I'm not upset with it, but I want to do better. And I think that starts with my onboarding process. I think my onboarding process is too drawn out because I added like a mindset component to it that one of the coaches did a training on a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months ago. So I wanted to add that in, but now I feel like it makes my onboarding process drawn out because I have like onboarding week inside of Trainerize itself with like short 1-minute videos every day to kind of like warm them up or, get them introduced at a slow pace. So I just feel like it's too drawn out. So I guess I'm looking for recommendations on how to consolidate it and not make it as long.
Okay, so question. When you're doing your onboarding, because like I think that sometimes we design things for what we think people want, but we have to design things for what people actually need. So my question for you is, what part of your onboarding do you think is like a non-negotiable to get results in your program?
I feel like the mindset part is
Mhm.
because I feel like that's the biggest thing that most of my ladies struggle with is just mindset.
So how are you delivering that information? Is it over a series of like 7 videos, or is there like what exactly does that look like?
So I did what the coach that presented on it talked about. So it was like doing a like short 1 to 2 minute video explaining the mindset exercise. And the mindset exercise was called like the truth. And it's basically having them face reality about where they're at right now in their current situation. And so I have them fill out a Google form, going through those questions. And then after they finish that, I send them an email with the video about like painting the picture, the vision. So then they fill out that form and then I get them into Trainerize and start onboarding week, which is not mindset based. It's more like how to use the training app, how to figure out how much water you need to drink, how to do your like how to navigate the nutrition part of things, like just some common terms and stuff that they might need. So I guess like questions I get asked a lot is what I use the onboarding videos for the first 7 days in Trainerize, if that makes sense.
But why do they have to be 7 days over Trainerize? Why don't we make them one video?
Okay. I guess I thought maybe the shorter videos would be easier to digest, but now I feel like it's making more work for them because it's like if they weren't able to get to it yesterday, then they have yesterday's to catch up on and today's.
And if you think about it like this, Jasia, if it's an onboarding week and they missed 1 or 2 days, they're automatically going to feel like they're behind and out of momentum. And now they're going to feel
Mm,
like they have to backtrack in order to see success. So right away, they feel like a failure in the program. Whereas like if there's a 15-minute video, you're like, hey, a 15-minute video, I need you to commit to watching it. It's literally 15 minutes of your time. Once you're done watching the video, hit me up with any questions that you have because I want to make sure that you understand everything clearly. And now everything you need to put in the onboarding week, you condense into one video. I also think we need to simplify things because like if there's like they have to fill out a Google form after the first mindset exercise and then they get the stuff back and then you make them fill out another form, it's like, where's my fucking training program? Because that's what they're thinking, right? They're like, where's my training program? That's why I paid you. So I would simplify and only have the things that are absolutely non-negotiables. I think having a vision in there is really important, like teaching them how to create a vision. But again, we have to think about what the prospect actually needs versus what we want to give them. Because
mm,
when somebody signs up for the Change Jobs Academy, Jasia, I don't teach them vision or mindset in the first week because it's like they're like, I just paid you. I want to fucking make money. That's the only thing they give a
okay.
fuck about, right? They're
Okay.
like, they don't care about the mindset. They're like, I want to fucking make money. So like, teach me how to make money. So like, when your clients are signing up, you have to think about what they actually want versus like what you want to give them. When somebody signs up for the $1 Million Mastermind, I make them do the vision first because now I've already proven to them that I know how to make money. Same thing with the 10K Mastermind. Now I've proven to you that I know how to make money. Now we need to dial in the mindset, but we have to be aware of where our prospects are at. So like, I would just design think about what your prospects want/need to feel like they're in momentum right away and give them that in the onboarding. That's the most important part of the onboarding and creating clear expectations for what you need from them out of the program. That's the purpose of the onboarding, is to get them a quick win and also to lay out clear expectations for like, how to do all the things inside of your coaching program and get the best possible result.
Okay, that makes sense. I already know what I need to change. So thank you for giving me that clarity. I appreciate you.
I got you. Is there anything else that I can do for you, Mrs. I'm in momentum?
No, not at all. I'm just going to continue staying in momentum and do what you tell me to do.
Can I put you on my story? Can I shout you out?
Sure. Why not?
Jasia, so what advice did I give you a couple weeks ago?
You told me to double down on the content I was working and start posting twice a day instead of just once a day.
How's that going so far?
I had a video hit 5 million views and then another one at 1 million. And we have so many of them that are in like the 700,000 views. So I guess you know what you're talking about.
I love it. You're the best. Thanks so much, Jasia.
All right, Bree.
Peace. What's up, Katie? How you doing? Mrs. I'm famous on Brian's Instagram, and I talk about you all the time.
Yes, everyone's coming to my page. Thank you. Jaja, that's fucking awesome too. Good job. That's super inspiring. Okay, my win is I have like a few, and I also want to say sick deadlift this morning.
Thank you. I'm super happy about it. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'm back to lifting heavy.
I want to lift 300 pounds so bad. So I was like, yeah, Brian. Okay, so my win is that I'm at $5,398 this month. I think it's the third today.
Third of the month? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have 66 new followers and 93.4K views. I don't even know how to read these insights, but I'm like, what is that? Like, that seems crazy. Like, overnight. Like, yeah. Thanks for shouting me out. I'm coming to my page now. Anyways, so my question for you is about my 6-week program. I just started advertising yesterday. I have a few people signed up, which is awesome. And I sold them in my DMs. They were just like super hot, like, give me the price.
Mhm.
You gave me a good price last week. Seemed to work. I'm just wondering what all I could be doing this week to advertise so that it does fill up. It's on September 15th.
Yep.
I've been sharing all of like my best results from my clients that will actually let me. I've been doing polls.
Mhm. One thing I want you to do, this is called like fear of missing out. One of the from my event, one of the primary drivers that causes people to take action is fear of missing out. And so a way that you can use this on your Instagram stories is how many spots have you filled so far?
So I've done this yesterday. I was like, I only have 10 spots. And then I put like the 4 people's names and like did it like numbered. So then it's like, maybe your name will be in there. And then today I did another one being like, there's 5 spots left.
Are you shouting out every single person that joins?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just like going on your stories and being like, hey, I just want to give a huge shout out to my new 6-week challenger, Jenna. I'm so excited. Her goal is to lose 15 pounds in the time that she's working with us in the 6-week challenge. And I'm 100% confident we're going to do that. So Jenna, I can't wait to change your life. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your coach. And we've only got 4 spots left now.
Okay.
So,
So
like,
not
adding,
just like writing their name, being like, welcome.
Yep.
Okay.
So a little bit more FOMO. You can do FOMO in the DMs too, Katie. And so anybody I'm sure you've had conversations with people in the DMs about the challenge that maybe didn't take action. So anyone that didn't take action, you could literally send a voice note and it would say something like this. I'm going to send it to you. Hey, Katie, what's going on? I just wanted to shoot you a personal message because I would hate for you to miss out. We just had another spot filled for the 6-week challenge. It's going to be starting on the 15th. We've only got 4 spots left, and I wanted to reach out to you personally because I know for a fact you would crush in the program, and I would hate for you to miss the opportunity. So if you do want to join the 6-week challenge, just send me a message back and let me know because I would love to have you in the challenge, and I know you're going to crush it.
Okay. Perfect. That
That's it.
great.
Last thing I'll say, this is another thing I would do. Anybody that's in the challenge, I would send them a voice note that says something like this. Hey, Katie, what's going on? Hope you're having the best day of your entire life. I just wanted to send you a message saying 2 things. 1, super excited to work you in the 6-week challenge. 2, if you have a friend that would like to join the 6-week challenge, let me know. Just make a group chat with me and them on Instagram. These are way funner to do with friends anyways. And if they do decide to join, I'll also give you a $50 credit as well. So I would love to work with anybody that you have as a friend that would potentially be a value add to the challenge. And these are way more fun to do with friends. I was initially going to say, I'll give them a discount. That's why I had to stop myself in the middle of the first note. First voice note, the first little bit was good. And then I was going to say, I'll give them a discount and then I'll give you a credit. But then I'm like, I don't want to give away the farm. So I had to stop myself in the middle of my thought process. So I would do the first part of the first voice note. And then I would say, if they decide to join, I'll give you a $50 credit as well.
Okay, sweet. That's super helpful.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
I had to stop my train of thought in the middle of my voice note to fuck me up.
That's okay. You're hungry, clearly. You haven't eaten.
I haven't eaten. That is true. And I deadlifted today. So I need to get some food in there.
I hear you.
I appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye, Katie. Mr. Fernandez, what's going on? Tell me something good.
Bro, 12.5K last month, record month. And yeah, 99% of that was from recurring.
Wow.
So I can blow my mind. And that was during traveling to Canada, traveling to Mexico as well. So I'm actually like living my dream life now, dude. I'm flying all around the world and just still making money while I'm doing it. So it's pretty crazy, bro.
What were you at when you started the year, bro?
So $750
A month?
a month.
How crazy is it to think that we get scaled to 10K in 9 months?
Yeah. It's fucking wild, dude. I'm super, super grateful.
Come on. How can I be of service to you, big dog?
So this is probably like part question, part maybe just like shut the fuck up and stay the course.
Mhm.
But I right now what I'm finding is I'm kind of scrambling, catching up since flying to Mexico, and I did some travel before I left Canada. I'm catching up on delivery, but onboarding all these clients and like because of the training that I do, I help people with joint pain, complex skills and calisthenics. It's super, super, it's not very kind of copy paste and it's also
Yep.
super in depth.
Yep.
I'm finding that delivery is one of the biggest things I'm running out of, but other coaches have been like, hey, you need a support coach. But for me to train a support coach to do a similar thing to what I do, it's like that's such a huge, long process
Yep.
without dropping the standard that I don't really know where to go from here. Now, I probably could just fucking max myself out and try and hit 15K. I'd probably hate it, but I might have to do that. Or is there something else I should be trying to think about? Because like I'm barely posting once a day right now, even though my content has kind of been hitting. I'm trying to send max DMs. I'm still booking calls, but I feel like I'm really kind of maxed out even after doing all the battle calendar stuff in the last 2 weeks. So I wonder if you have any
Yeah.
advice where to focus.
Yeah. So the question that you're asking is like, how do I scale the business? And
Yes.
so I want to zoom out for a second and give you the overall picture. Then I'll give you some direct advice. The overall picture is that when you guys are scaling your business and you get to a certain point, I'm assuming you're around 50 to 60 clients. Am I correct in saying that?
No, I have 23 clients,
Oh,
dude.
you only have 23 clients. Oh my gosh, and we're already fucking at capacity. I digress. I'm assuming it's because you're going more in depth with your clients. When you're at a place where you're tapped out for capacity because you have a high client load, and whether that's you got 20 clients, 30 clients, 40 clients, 50 clients, whatever, there's two things that need to happen. Number one is you need to optimize your time and you need to make sure that every single minute of the day is like calculated so that you can get more value from the time that you're spending on your business. Sounds to me like you've done that though, and you did the calendar training. So the second thing, the only way to scale beyond maximizing your time is to get people to help you buy your time back. That's the only way to grow beyond the place that you're at without burning out, overwhelm, frustration, etc. So that's the place when you're like 12 to 15K, that's when you need to start considering that. Now, I want to address your question directly because you said, in order for me to hire a support coach, I'm going to need to be very in depth with the training, blah, blah, blah. Dude, you've got a calisthenics Instagram. And I know for a fact there's people that follow you that are on your Instagram that want to build their own business, but they have no idea how to go online, but they'd love to make some extra side money. I know that for a fact. I'm absolutely certain. So I know that there's somebody in your audience that could fit that demographic for sure. And I also know that every time you train somebody, you're going to feel like this. Like when you hire a support coach, you're going to feel like, I don't know if like they're going to speak as well as me or do as good of a job as I would or blah, 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 blah. When you hire somebody to do phone closing, you're going to be like, well, I don't know if they're going to be able to treat my clients on the phone the way that I treat my clients. When you hire somebody to help you with the DMs, you're going to be like, well, I don't know if I can trust them to like talk to my potential. It's going to be the same fucking thing the whole time. So if you want to scale, if your goal, and again, I'm not going to put goals on you, but if your goal is to scale the business eventually to 15 to 25K, I
It
would
is.
personally recommend that you hire a support coach. And I would personally recommend that you work through the anxiety of that because in order to scale past the level that you're currently at without burning out, you're going to need to have some support on the team. 100% certain about that.
Okay.
Is that helpful? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it does. I think I think it's probably something I'm just going to need to ask some more questions around, and I'm not sure where the forum is to do that, just to kind of get into the weeds of my own business a little bit more.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would just be like, hey, I spoke to B on Podchats, just write out a post. Be like, I want
Yeah.
to hire a support coach. These are my main concerns. B asked me to make a post in the group because every single one of the 10K coaches have worked with me very closely in the mastermind and have helped them scale. So I'd be like, these are my main concerns. Can I get some support or some advice around these specific subjects, matters, or questions? And you will get the support you're looking for.
Okay. Thanks, B. Appreciate it,
All right.
man.
I got you, bro. I'm just the guy that's like, you got to do it. You got to do it if you want to scale. And that's why I try not to project my goals on anybody, right? Because if you're like, I don't want to scale, I'm cool 12 to 15K. I'm like, okay, cool. But if your
No.
goal is to scale the business, then, we have to find a way to buy our time back.
Yeah. I want 30 by the end of the year. That's my goal.
30 by the end of the year, then you need to do that faster.
All right. Done.
Okay. Have you watched the support coach training?
I have. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Just making sure.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
All right. Talk soon. Peace. Jasia said that. And I was like, usually I ask that question, but today I didn't, but whatever. It's all good. Cool. Hello, Lucy Hill. Tell me something good.
Hello, Brian. I feel like today is probably the first day that I'm starting to feel like somewhat normal since Kelowna. I feel like the last couple of weeks I've just been like keeping my head above water and trying to catch up with sleep. And I finally got a good night's rest last night and I'm starting to get caught up with everything. So we're feeling a little bit back to normal. My question comes with the battle calendar. I seem to be extremely unrealistic with my calendar and not setting myself up for success. And I'm not sure how to go about this where like I can make a solid plan that I can actually stick to and still allow for life to happen in and around that.
Yep, I understand. I have the same problem. I'm overambitious with not so much anymore because I learned. But so I'm assuming that you overscheduled yourself and that you weren't able to commit to all the things on your calendar. Is that a correct assumption?
Constantly, and the lack of sleep has been problematic. So like I've been trying to start my day too early in my battle calendar, but then I end up having to sleep in because I don't end up falling asleep until 2 hours after my scheduled time. And then it
Understood.
just pushes everything and then I'm stressed out.
Understood. So what you need to do, Lucy, and this is what I had to do as well, is here's what I do. Okay. So when it comes to the calendar is basically a guideline for like how you're going to spend your time. But sometimes life happens and life falls outside the guidelines. So what I do, Lucy, is every week I'll sit down and I'll look back on my previous week and I'll ask myself why my calendar failed. Did it fail because I didn't give myself enough time to do this specific task? Or did it fail because I was just fucking doom scrolling on social media at this specific time? Did it fail because I actually like fucking sleeping till fucking 5 a.m. and I'm trying to get up at 3 a.m. and I'm forcing myself to do something I don't want to do? So I'll try to figure out like, I'll try to figure out like why it's failing, because the goal with the calendar is to create a work that flows. That's the goal of the calendar. And if like, for whatever reason, I keep missing on responsibilities in my calendar, that's an indication for me, not that I need to fucking buck up and like work harder. That's an indication for me that I need to make an adjustment because clearly I'm in a different season of my life. Does that make sense? So like I was
Yeah,
getting up at 3 o'clock in the
totally.
morning and then I just like, and then I just kept sleeping until 4, just kept sleeping until,
Yeah.
and then I was like guilty about it for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking wake up at 3 anymore. It's like I'm not trying to keep up with Cole. Like he wakes up at 3. Cool, you can have that fucking title. I'm like, I don't fucking like it anymore. It's not fun for me, so I'm not gonna do it. So I just
I
adjusted
feel like
adjusted it.
I don't have an option. Like that's where it's like I feel like I have to be waking up at 4 in order to get all the things done in the day that I want to get done. And I just
Great.
feel like I'm constantly not.
Yeah. I love that. So this is good. This is a good conversation. So then we have to ask ourselves, like, where in your calendar do you feel like you're spending too much time?
I think it has to like my client, I can't think of the word, just like responding to DMs or
Okay.
editing. Like I get a lot of clients that have injuries and then they ask for like modifications or changes on the daily. So I'm trying to like cap it at like 2, 3 times a day where I go in and answer stuff and I'm not like always in there. I have my notifications set off right now, but I do find myself feeling guilty if I take too long to answer a question or etc.
Yeah, cool. So basically you've overcommitted to your clients, essentially.
Yes.
Like mentally, you've overcommitted to your clients because you have this like guilt or shame if you don't respond right away, correct?
Or I'll hop on a call with them, like if they're struggling and they need additional support, then like they'll ask me to hop on a call, and then those calls are typically like an hour out of my
An
day that I
hour.
didn't have scheduled. Yeah.
An
Today
hour.
was an hour and a half of
An hour and a half. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you have, if I had to hop on an hour and a half long call with every one of my clients, I would be finding the nearest bridge to drive my car off of and I'd be at the bottom of the lake. I'm just fucking tell you that. What do you have any sort of group coaching calls that you can support your clients with?
Yes, but the issue is a lot of them have like are nurses with night shifts and daytime shifts, and it just never aligns with when I schedule a live call. And
Yeah.
so then they have questions or like they want to talk to me about some personal shit, and then it ends up being a big chunk of my time.
So here's what I'd say is start saying no politely to one-on-one calls.
How?
It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Here's how you do it. Okay. Just send a voice note. Watch. I'm going to send you the voice note so that you understand how to frame it correctly. All right. Where's Lucy at? Lucy. Hey, Lucy, what's going on? Hope you're having an amazing day. So I've actually got a super busy schedule for the next couple of days, so I won't be able to hop on a call, but I deeply care about you and I want to hear what's going on. So send me a voice note. I'll listen to it in depth and I will make sure that I get you the response that you need. Thank you so much. Let me know what's going on. I got your back, girl. I'm here to help you win. Ooh, because it's like you're just sub-communicating. I got a lot of stuff going on in the next fucking 48 hours, so I won't be able to hop on a call, but I want to make sure that you get the response you need. So send me a voice note. I'll take care of you.
Mm-hmm. That's very helpful. I'm too when I get into a conversation, I'm too in it, and then I just have a very hard time like just cutting it, or if they
Yeah.
go off topic and
It
bringing
leads
it back.
it's like the same sort of like struggle that you dealt with last week, just in the sense that like you care like you care deeply about your clients, which is a good thing. That's why I'm not going to say you care too deeply, but because of that, you don't have like personal respect for your own time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's my main issue
Yeah,
right now.
you need
I
to
am
like
not respecting my own time at
everybody
all.
write that in the chat. I respect my time.
I
I
respect my
respect my time.
time.
That's fucking important. You need to respect your time. And you can do it in a way that's not disrespectful to your clients as well. Like, I'm not going to send you a voice note and be like, no, I'm not hopping on a call with you. Fuck you. But I'm going to do it in a way that's like polite and respectful, and that they understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm super busy over the next couple of days, so I won't be able to hop on a call, but I deeply care about your success. So send me a voice note. I'll respond as soon as I possibly can.
Okay.
You just
Okay.
got to
Yeah.
do it in a way that's like, friendly and polite.
Update, I did get on a call with that client and I was able to turn that entire situation around. And by the end of it, she was telling me how grateful she was for me and able to fight for her and like meet her where she's at. And she's like, that check-in form that I just sent you, she's like, yeah, just like disregard that last section where she's just like roasting the fuck out of me. Like, it was so mean. And I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna disregard all of those comments. Shit.
Good. I love it. Handle like a pro. Well done. You came in prepared and we executed. I love that.
I might have hit a dead zone here.
That's okay. I got the point.
So I don't think I would have been able to deal with that the same way. Okay. So yeah, she never asked for a refund. She's in the program and we're good to continue, hopefully. Cool.
Anything else you need from me, Lucy?
Yeah, it must be my service. So yeah, that was a huge win.
Love that.
That is everything. Thank you, Brian.
Congratulations on turning a bad situation into a positive situation. You just became a better leader. High five. Bam.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. What's up, Abe? Tell me something good, brother. Welcome to the 10K. Let's go.
Going on, man. Thanks a lot. I mean, wins 12.5K in July.
Come on.
While on vacation.
Come on.
And then 11K for August. So, and now I'm here. So that's a huge win. Yeah.
Love that.
So I know that we're not doing content audits on these calls, but I would really appreciate if you could just take a look on one content style that I've been experimenting with lately and that I've been seeing you do really well with. It's like the split screen stuff.
Yep. Only question. Have you done content mastery?
Yes.
Okay. Then fine. I'll take a look.
I'll drop my...
That's my only thing. Have you done content mastery and you've executed? All right. I'll take a look.
Sure. And just for context, I was doing these split screens, like the viral sort of thing with foods and calories. I didn't enjoy doing them. So I wanted to do like something more towards my niche, like busy men, and to give value, but in this format. So I've been doing 2 of those split screens. You'll see them. I posted one today and one earlier this week. Yeah, so that's the first one. And I have one, if you scroll down.
Okay, let's see.
Really bring food with me to work. Pick a dish that has lean protein like chicken or fish, and then for carbs, go with potatoes. I don't know which exercises to do. Compound lifts. I travel a lot for work, so I can't hit the gym. 15-minute bodyweight circuits. Bro, where did you learn all this? I follow Absolute Fit.
I like this style a lot. I'm going to tell you how to improve it. Give me one sec.
Yeah. I don't have time to hit the gym 5 times per week. Just do 3. I still want to eat dinners out with my friends. Just eat a bit less for breakfast and lunch to save up calories for dinner. I'm super busy. I don't have time for 1-hour workout. Just do compound lifts. Since they work more than one muscle group at a time, you don't have to do as many exercises. Where did you learn all this? I follow Absolute Fit.
Yeah, that's way better. So I'm going to show you why it's way better. Give me one sec.
Yeah. I eat lunch out. I can't really bring food with me to work. Pick a dish that has lean protein.
So like, let's say you're describing visuals, right? If you're going to describe visuals, I want you to put the visuals in. So as an example,
I eat lunch out.
But there should be a fucking McDonald's or something right here. Right?
I can't really bring food with me to work. Pick a dish that has lean protein like chicken or fish, and then for carbs, go with potatoes.
And then there should be a fucking plate of like chicken, fish, and potatoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know which exercises to do. Compound lifts. I travel a lot for work, so I can't hit the gym. 15-minute body weights.
And it doesn't have to be for every single one. But one thing I will say is I found that the So you're asking a good question. So I want to give as much value as I possibly can on this question. So this, as an example, I sit down and freestyle my videos, dog. I script my videos and I read them line by line. I start my videos by introducing myself to my audience. I research the top hooks of my niche. See what I'm saying? Let me find another one right here. Two personal trainers take a sales call. Dork A, what's your game plan? I'm going to follow an exact sales scripts line by line. So I try to make them as engaging as possible by adding some visuals. So what I would say is I would try to add some visuals. That was a piece of feedback that I gave to my videographer a couple weeks back. And since we've been doing that, they've been doing better. This one is one without the visuals, but I don't like that. So today, I just don't like the ones without the visuals as much, whereas the ones with the visuals tend to perform better. Let me find, where's the other one that I did that I was pretty stoked on. In my opinion, the ones that have visuals are funner to watch and they do better. So I would say as you're doing it, I would try to find, I want to find the one with the visuals. As an example, this one with the visuals. Photoshop, GIMP, Notion, Obsidian, Loom. Like the visuals, 310K. I think that's the difference in those videos is the fact that they have the visuals. So if you wanted my advice on the split screen, as much as possible, as much as you could, I would try to include the visuals in them. I'm trying to follow that rule as much as possible with my split screens, but there's some that don't require visuals, like the one where you're like, if I go back to your page, this one right here, the really fast one that you did, which I think was a better one anyways.
I don't have time to hit the gym 5 times per week. Just do 3. I still want to eat dinners out with my friends. Just eat a bit less for breakfast and lunch to save up calories for dinner. I'm super busy.
So there's not really a lot of visuals that you can provide here, but when you're specifically talking about like subject matter, like I eat out for lunch, like that's where I would put visuals. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. So for the workout stuff, like workout tips in this style, it's hard to put on visuals or
yeah. I would say it's hard. I would say it's harder to put on visuals. Like you could, but they have to make sense. It'd be like, the visual would be like a guy shrugging, like he has no idea what to do in the gym. And then the next one would be like, dude, compound lifts. And it's like somebody deadlifting. But again, I don't really think that's necessary. But I would say for the split screens, I think they will perform better as an overall statement with visuals.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Makes sense. Thanks
a
lot, man.
Congratulations on back-to-back 10,000, well, 11,000 and 12,000 months.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Let's go. Max, what's going on, King? Tell me some wins.
What's happening, dude? Just launched my 14-day challenge and I've got it halfway filled up.
Nice.
So stoked about that. My question, man, your reel today got me. The 10K coach or like the 5K, 10K, 100K coach, whatever that was. And it just got me thinking, along with like what Janelle said yesterday on a call, just so like if we create a community that is constantly depending on us, and Lucy was kind of like on this as well. And I just feel like that's where I'm kind of caught up. Like I know I desperately need to, do better content, and I'm trying to work through content mastery. I haven't done that yet. We just had our second baby like 2 months ago. So I'm I'm getting back on track with having, a good schedule. But between I've right around like 30 clients right now. Last month I hit just under 8K. My highest month is 18.4K. I just feel like I'm in that groove of not being able to get out. Like I'm busy with the day-to-day stuff and I probably have some needy clients.
Okay. So what's the main struggle? Because there's a bunch of things. I can just go if you want, but there's a bunch of things.
Well, I think it's my schedule for sure. Like I feel like I've redone it a few times. I did it right before the all access. So I feel good and locked in about that. But I guess things just get away from me. Clients, need stuff, like customized stuff. And I probably do too much of that. But
when you say clients are needy, can you clearly define what that means?
Yeah. For example, I spent probably 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour this morning, redoing some programming for clients that maybe have injuries or are having issues in the gym. And so that'll pull me out of an hour of where I was just marketing for my 14-day challenge.
Yeah.
And now I'm and then that happens, maybe once or a couple times a day, and pretty soon my schedule's shit.
Okay. So do you have a calendar block time to do adjustments in your schedule?
No, but I did just redo my onboarding system, which has a little bit more standards. I need to know if you guys need program updates by this day. So I can now at that block.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So then if that's your new onboarding procedure, have you communicated that standard to your clients?
So I'm starting to communicate that to my new clients. So I guess what's the best way of rolling that out to past clients?
Yeah. So all I would say is I would send this out as an individual message whenever I'm making a change in the program, when I'm working with one-on-one clients. It's this is the rule for one-on-one, right? If it's a group container, obviously you can roll it out in the group, but you're typically have a one-on-one relationship with your clients. So based on the fact that you have a one-on-one relationship with your clients, I would roll out the change one-on-one. That way, if somebody barks back, then you can handle it one-on-one instead of a group situation. Whereas like when you're rolling things out in a group, it's very rare that people bark back. That being said, I digress. So for you specifically, what I would do is I would just send out a message. It's like, hey, what's going on, John? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Just wanted to send you a personal message, or you can roll this out as like a text. It doesn't matter. Just wanted to send a message, as sometimes my schedule gets absolutely jammed with program updates, and I want to make it extremely efficient. So my ask is that if you have any updates that you need to your program, I'm more than happy to do them. If you can get them to me by X time or X day or whatever, then I'll make the adjustments. Otherwise, any program adjustments that need to be made after that day, I'll be making the following week on X day. That being said, if there's ever an exercise that you feel like you can't do, just send me a message and I'll tell you which exercise to swap in the meantime.
Cut. Love it.
Done. So like I try to identify where my schedule is bleeding. So for Lucy, her schedule is bleeding because she's doing one-on-one calls. If your schedule is bleeding because of that, then that's the problem that we solve. Second thing is that you mentioned to me that you know that you've needed to do content mastery. You haven't had your time to like basically work your way through it. We need to identify, and this is for everybody, what is the biggest constraint that you need to solve in your business? And you need to spend the first hour on your day on that problem, no matter what.
Okay.
No matter what.
Yeah. And I know that's my problem. And that's why I feel frustrated right now. And I feel like anxious because like now rolling into Black Friday season and shit like that. And I still haven't taken, you know what I mean? I still haven't taken care of that. Like basically my personal development, like that content mastery is my personal development. I feel like I'm skimping on that shit, which makes me feel like shit for the rest of my stuff.
Totally. So just don't skip on it anymore. It's like, it has to start with it. Start with it. And like the only reason I say it with like that blanket of a simple term is because when you just commit to it mentally, you'll find a way to do it. But if you're not committed to it mentally and you know you need to do it, you'll just feel like shit because you're not doing it. So you literally just need to decide that it's important and then you'll find time to do it.
Good.
Done. It's important.
Good.
Is that helpful? Does that provide some context?
Yeah, I mean, it's what I already know. I just like it has to get done. I feel like I'm blocking going to that next level. You know what I mean? Until I get this done. Because then that's the income's going to come consistently. And I can start to buy some time back.
What are you afraid of? Because I feel like this is like your fucking brain stopping you from doing what needs to get done. So like which is a form of self-sabotage. So like, what's the fear?
Yeah, dude, I can't identify it. I'm pissed off about it. So I'm not
okay. So like,
sure.
that's good. But I'll tell you, like, I can see it, bro. Like this is a form of self-sabotage to like, you're like, I know it needs to get done. I'm just not doing it. That is a form of self-sabotage. So my invitation for you is like, if you aren't clear on the fear, that's completely fine.
Yeah. Actually, I think I know what it is, dude. I think I know what it is. I'm afraid of getting behind in the program. I'm afraid of getting behind on all these resource calls that you guys give us. You know what I mean? Like I'm afraid of getting behind on the challenges leading into Black Friday when I'm like, dude, none of that shit matters if I don't figure this one thing out. So I think that's probably my fear.
So fuck the program.
You're missing out.
Fuck it. I'm not saying fuck the program.
No, like, I know what you're saying, bro.
No, but like, so like, it's the same thing with $1 Million Mastermind clients. Like Kenny Duzo, he's a 10K mastermind coach now. He's obviously a stud.
Yep.
Bro, he used to come to every single fucking $1 Million Mastermind call. And there was one of my combos with B he came to. And like, we have 4 calls a week. We got 1 on Monday. We got 2 on Tuesday. I do 1 in the morning at 9, 1 at night at 3 p.m. And we have 1 on Friday, and he would be on every single call. And like, it was like a year into the program, he was at 20K a month, and he came to one of my calls and he asked me a question. And I was like, Kenny, why the fuck are you here? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, I'm trying to get the value. I'm like, okay, trying to get the value, but what's the number one problem that you have in your business right now? And he's like, well, my sales is fucking, I'm not like converting the way that I want to. And I'm like, then go fucking focus on your sales. Go do the thing that you need to fucking do in your business. Like, I know you want to get all the value from the coaching calls, but you're literally just fucking information over, just consuming all this fucking content and not doing shit. So like, that's my invitation to you is like, fuck the fear of missing out. Once you guys know what the number one problem that you need to solve in your business is, the only calls that you attend are the calls that are relative to that specific problem. If it's a call around fucking content and marketing, be there. If you want to come talk to me, cool, be there. But other than that, Quincy, are you talking to me or Connie? Maybe fucking both. Okay. Maybe both of you, bro. But once you identify what the number one problem is in your business, we need to spend as much time as humanly possible on that problem. Cool. Helpful?
Yeah. Super helpful.
All right, bro. Go take action.
Yep.
Peace. Hello, Cheetah. How you doing? Tell me some wins.
Hi, so this is my first call today. So I've been listening to you guys for a while, so it's cool to be on here live. And I just wanted to ask a question, if that's okay.
Of course. I love it. Yeah, you have to tell us the win first, though. That's our rules here.
Okay. So signed up 5 clients this week over DM because I'm running a 6-week program. That starts next week, and that's kind of linked to my question at the moment as well. So
Love it.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. So I wasn't aware that, sorry, this isn't a time to ask about content, so just apologies. I have done content mastery, but I find when I do it, I get quite excited and get creative. And then when I'm in front of the camera, I really struggle to do like the 1.5 to 3 second like angles.
Yep.
So when I look at my content, I'll be honest, I do also think it's quite boring because I've changed niche over the last few months. I've been really working on the avatar, who I'm talking to. And it is working. The engagement isn't as high, but we're getting more people signing up. So
That's
I'm not
matters.
bothered about the likes, even if that's going down.
What's
So,
your Instagram, Cheetah?
I'll type it in. It's Dr. Cheetah Davda. So I'm a dentist, not a doctor, but I can call myself a doctor. Long story.
I'm grabbing. Okay, got it. I'm just gonna plug it in. I entered a different doctor. Oh, there we go. I found you. All right,
Nice.
let's find it. Let's take a look. Let's see. Okay, so your avatar is. Okay, so which one do you want me to take a look at?
So if you scroll down a little bit more.
Yep.
So you'll see the numbers kind of go really up and down. So I've been trialing out the split screens, but I've just taken on board the feedback that you've given about putting more things in there.
This
So I
one's great.
typically work for, yeah, I think I boosted that one.
Do you want to go out for a walk? No, I'm going to do an ab workout instead.
Oh, the visuals though. Okay, which ones do you want me to look at?
Yes, it's more the talking head ones because they're the ones that I'm really struggling with. And I just think I have tried to get hooks and go through your scripts and things.
Let's see.
This is the worst advice I have seen online for ladies that have got PCOS. Calories in and calories out doesn't work if you've got insulin resistant PCOS. What happens is if you're trying to just focus on the calories coming in and the calories coming out, you're not actually going to get anywhere. So what we need to first of all work on is your mindset. What is your relationship with food like? Can you actually walk past the cookies and not eat a whole pack? Because if you can't, calories in, calories out doesn't mean anything. Second is the calories that you eat matter. If you're having a whole pizza and you're having a whole box of cookies, that's going to trigger your blood glucose to go up. And if you've got insulin resistance, it's not going to get removed by the body. So it means your hormones are going to get stressed, your body's going to go crazy, and you're never going to get the progress that you want. And number 3, steps and
How can you explain this to somebody that is, I want you to imagine like you're explaining this to a 6-year-old. If you had to explain this concept to your 6-year-old, what would you do?
I'd probably draw it out on a graph and say like if you eat a cookie, then your blood glucose goes up and then it's really hard for the body to get rid of it. Then it stays, then you keep eating more and more sweet things because you're craving it. And then your stomach belly fat isn't going to go away. So it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
How would you draw that out?
I would just probably have a stick man or woman and just draw them getting bigger, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it easy. Okay.
Yeah. That's so like when so it's like, I'll be honest. I don't know. I do know what you're talking about, but like, I'm not as smart as you are when it comes to like this kind of stuff. Like my personal trainer knowledge, I need an uptake. All right. It's been a while since I've been a personal trainer. So what I'm saying is that like, and I'm like, I was a fitness trainer for 7 years. So if I feel like that, if I'm watching this and I have PCOS, I'm going to be like, what? Like, I'm going to understand what you're saying. It's going to make sense, but I'm going to be like, what? But when you can visually demonstrate the concept that you're talking about and people can, you know what I'm trying to say? I want to show you. I want to show you an example. Now, again, I like the reason I asked you that, Cheetah, is because that's your creative way of doing it. And I think you should do that because that's what comes natural to you. I want to show you an example of one of my clients. Jeff was in my program for about a year. He's currently exploding because he's talking about complex concepts, but creating very simple visual demonstrations and they're going turbo. So an example is, check this out.
1,000 calories of beef and rice, but it also has 100 grams of protein. Oh, I could never eat that much. Food, maybe not, but calories, 100%. Now watch what happens when I swap this 1,000 calories of beef and rice for 1,000 calories of nuts.
Right. So like if I'm a kid and I'm like 5 years old, I will understand what he's saying. And because the explanations are simple, like look at the view counts.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is I want you to take your information that's in your head and I want you to like ask yourself the question, if I was explaining this to a 5-year-old, how would I explain it? And then I like that your brain instantly came up with a solution because Cheetah, people like you that have a lot of information in their head tend to do well on social media when you can find a very simple way to explain things. Because if you can give something that people can grip onto, it's going to cause the videos to perform better. And then not only will you get more leads, but you're also going to get more exposure.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because what we're doing for this 6-week group program next week, it is all based about blood glucose and insulin resistance. And I think someone was like, "Oh, is it a food intolerance test?" And I was like, "No, why would you think that?" So I clearly just hadn't explained it properly. And I think that's probably why we're getting a bit of resistance on how many people we're getting signing up. So even though I only launched it officially on Sunday, we've had 5 people. But I know if it was just normal fat loss, pretty sure I would have had more
Right.
because it would have been way easier to explain.
Right. So let's take do you have a bunch of like questions that people have asked you about the program, or like take all those and then I want you to create videos that are explaining the concept of what it is in a way that a 5-year-old would understand. And then once those videos are done, I want you to send that video to the prospect and be like, "Hey, I know you had a question about, is this a food intolerance? I created a video to explain what I meant by this. So watch this video and let me know what you think."
Okay, awesome. Perfect. Thank you for that. Really
You're very
helpful.
welcome.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, that's all good. Thank you.
Okay. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.
You too.
Nice to meet you.
Bye. You too.
Andre, what's going on? Tell me some wins. See, Jasia, gonna go send some DMs. There we go. See, Jasia, that's what I'm talking about. What's up? I like that. Go ahead.
Hello, Brian. How are you? All good?
I'm doing amazing, Andre. How are you?
I'm good as well. Thank you very much. So my biggest win is that I'm here for the first time. Okay, first time on 10K Mastermind and on this call.
Yes.
And the second one is because is the win is that we are living the month that I decided I'm going to make the 10K for the first time. So I'm all in on that one.
Let's go.
But because of that, my first question is really because of that. I'm from Portugal, for context.
Yep.
Okay, and this is one thing that I'm really struggling for 1 year from now. And in Portugal, the minimum wage is 800 euros.
Yep.
And 70% of the population earns less than 1K. For example, a CEO of a good national company earns like 6K per month.
Yep.
I charge 600 euros for my 3-month program and 1K for my 6-month program. I've tried to raise the prices in the past, but every time I try to do it, my closing rates drop dramatically. For this reaching 10K under these conditions means that I need to have more than 50 clients.
Yep.
And my question is, am I just exposing limiting belief, or do I actually make sense to keep these kind of prices for my program on my conditions?
Great question. So I'm assuming you're a Spanish speaking market.
Portuguese.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to challenge your belief. Where else in the world do people speak Portuguese that have money?
In Brazil, we have people who has a lot of money and a lot of people who has much less money than we have here. But for sure, there's more rich people in Brazil than here.
Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. So right now with your current market, I had a client that came to me. He was from Spain, and we ended up building his offer out. And we had to build his offer out considering the fact that his audience and his demographic was in his area. So his offer was, cheaper in comparison to other online coaches just because he was in a different country. So what you're saying has relevance. So I don't think it's a limiting belief based on your current market. That being said, that doesn't mean that we can't solve that problem by going wider. So like if you do like an ad that is targeted to Brazil, where you literally say, if you are a doctor, a lawyer, or an executive, and you are starting your fitness journey, I want you to follow me right now, because on my page, I teach X, Y, Z, Y, Y, da, 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 and I will teach you how to burn body fat and build lean muscle. So if you're a doctor, a lawyer, or executive, follow me because I will give you actual advice. So
okay,
then that's an ad that you run to Brazil. That's also an ad you can run in your country. If you're a doctor, a lawyer, or an executive, I want you to follow me right now. On my page, I will teach you blah, 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 blah. Are you going to get people that will follow you that are not doctors, lawyers, and executives? For sure. But if you use that language and then you target doctors, lawyers, executives in the targeting, then you will get some doctor. And even if you get 50% of those people that end up following you, and you start messages or conversations, like you're gonna grow your business like that. So I think it's wise to consider the pricing based off of where you're at in the world. I think that's smart. Another one of our coaches who actually coaches in the program, I don't know if you ever interacted with her. Her name's Nina.
Yeah. Nina was one who put me on 10K.
Hey, let's go. So Nina was the same thing, right? She was in a different country, so we had to adjust prices based on where she was at. But I also think that doesn't mean that we can't grow our audience with people that have money. So there's definitely people that speak Portuguese that have money. So our goal is to create, follower ads or boosted posts that get put directly in front of those people.
Okay. My avatar is busy moms.
Okay.
But I can do it for busy moms as well.
Yeah. So busy moms. So like what would be positions that busy moms would have that would be in Brazil and they would have money?
They would be medic or doctors
Doctors,
or
nurses,
lawyers, nurses.
lawyers,
Yes.
nurses.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So if you're if you're a busy mom who's a doctor, a lawyer, or a nurse, you need to follow me right now.
Okay, that's very good. I will do it for sure.
All right.
Second question. I'm doing my first the 14-day challenge,
Yep.
and I'm concerning about how should I start talking about the program itself? So my program itself. Should I do it during the calls? And if so, should I present the price on the calls, or should I put the girls on the call and try to do like sales calls like I usually do?
Yeah. So you definitely never want to reveal the price off the get-go. The way that I like to seed my program is, so two things. One, here's a bonus tip. So if you run a 4-day challenge, Andre, if you go to the 4-day challenge units, in the type form, that your application form, there'll be 2 questions. Question number 1 is, at the end of this 14-day challenge, there'll be an opportunity to work with me on my 90-day coaching program. Would you be interested in hearing about that? Then put a yes and a no answer. And then, so they vote yes or no. The people that vote yes. And then the next one, this is exactly how I want the question to look, Andre. I wanted to say in bracket, so bracket, optional, bracket, leave your phone number if you would like to set up a free 15-minute consult.
And if they leave the phone number, I will.
And they say yes, book the call, right? Because you just said, I'm going to pitch you with the first question. And then you made the second question optional. So if you say, I will pitch you, then they optionally leave your phone number. They know that there's a potential sales call and they still left their number. So that's people that you text and you book a call with. And then on that call, you would go to the consult. And then at the end of the call, you'd be like, okay. And you book the call before the challenge, by the way. And you say like, okay, great. So, I know that you signed up for the 14-day challenge. So that's awesome. But based on your goals of losing 25 pounds is going to take us about 3 to 6 months. So I would love to talk about my main program. And since you did sign up for the 14-day challenge, I can also get you in an exclusive discount if you sign up today, and I'm going to give you a 14-day discount. Does that sound good to you? Okay, perfect. Bam. And then we present the offer.
Okay, that's great.
Yep. And then in terms of like throughout the challenge, bro, you just want to be seeding it. So talking about when you're doing the calls, talk about your clients that are in your transformation coaching program, talk about the clients that have been with you for 6 months that are losing 20 pounds, post some transformation photos in the group of transformations that have been with you for 6 months. So you basically end up creating the desire of like wanting to join the program. You just seed it, you just talk about the program, and then it naturally creates the desire for people to want to be in the program the more that you talk about it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you very much, Brian. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. One more thing I want to give you is at the end of the challenge, like once you've talked about the program, you're going to book some calls. At the end of the challenge, I want you to send a personal voice note to every single girl in the challenge. And I want you to say, hey, Sarah, I just wanted to send you a voice note to say thank you so much for doing the challenge. You absolutely crushed it. And I would love for the opportunity to, hop on a free strategy session to talk about your next steps for your fitness journey after the challenge. If you'd like me to take me up on my offer, just reply back with yes, and we can get it all set up.
Perfect. Yeah. That, as I see on the models. Thank you very much, man.
You're welcome, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace out.
Peace.
Hello, Nicholas.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing great, Nicholas. How are you doing? Tell me something good.
Can't complain. Well, we ended the month with 13.3K.
What a stud you are.
I gotta say one thing. You changed my life, right? You changed my life. Learning the content, learning how to make content. I got people wanting me to teach and demonstrate and speak at festivals and exercise festivals that I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. So I appreciate you.
that was dope, bro. You're going on the stories.
I mean, I didn't realize you were recording. I can't see, but I also got an eye infection too. So never wipe your eyes with a boxing glove.
The good news is that even though you have an eye infection, you're still rich. So that's good.
We're getting there. We're trying. We're trying. I can't even open up my eyes. It's crazy. Like I'm over here like squinting. Yeah. So don't anybody don't wipe your eye with a boxing glove. It doesn't. That's not gonna serve you well. So now that I have, we're making money. This is my full-time gig. I'm starting to see the energy of like what can happen when you go all in on this stuff, being that I was doing in person for most of the time I was in this program until like 3 months ago, until like I finally just kicked everybody off. I am now seeing the potential of a lot more, not only out of my business, because you challenged me the other day of saying like, hey, like start to really look at the vision. And I think I was playing really small. And so now that I'm getting all these opportunities, I'm getting invited to Sedona, to California, to Colorado, to do all these different things. Like, how do you start to paint that vision and actually start to follow through with it, and not think of like imposter syndrome, but actually like follow through and still do everything that you want to do in life? Like, how do you manage all this?
So now you're getting more opportunities because you're blowing up, which is super exciting. Out of these opportunities that you're getting, do these opportunities align with like the place that you'd like to go?
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Then is it just the fear of stepping into it because you're like uncertain about like your place, or you're not really sure if you can do it, or like what's the major fear there?
Well, the fear is that this was, when I signed up for your program, I never thought that this was never in the cards. I was just like, yeah, I just want to make some money online. And then now with content, and now being able to see the potential of content, like it has changed and it's switched my vision now that I'm able to focus on this a lot more, that like I need some help in doing this. But the only way I can really get some help in doing this is if I'm making a little bit more money. But I'm at the point right now that like I'm pretty much full in regards to it. And I'm thinking like, is it the reason that I'm full? And I've been hearing from a lot of people is that like, is it because I'm spending a lot of energy in these different areas that I should be spending making more money and then venture off into these areas? And I feel like right now I'm kind of trying to do them both, but I'm not actually, like I'm almost in the same part where I was at, like mindset wise, whenever I was doing in-person training, now that I'm getting other opportunities. If that makes sense. It's like cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, I get it. So here's the thing is I think that what you're saying, it aligns. I think that what you're needing is you need to buy back some of your time, right? But in order to buy back some of your time, you need to make a little bit more money. So how much money do you need to make in order to start buying back some of your time?
My whole goal was to really get into like the $15,000 to $20,000 range, so I can get up into the mastermind, so I can really learn that whole process. Because content, like I got my community down, like I'm pretty sure I got that down. So now it's just delivering more value and helping out and finding the people who need my coaching services. And I feel like I can only do that with more people, like my coverage in my account, basically.
Understood. So right now, $15,000. So here, I'm going to help you see what I see. Okay. So I see $15,000. As soon as you make $15,000, we can start buying back some of your time. As soon as we start buying back some of your time, now you're able to generate more revenue without you being in the business as much. As soon as you're able to generate more revenue without you being in the business as much, now you can start traveling and do these other things that you want to do. So that becomes the vision, right? Because like the good news is that you're literally right there, bro. You're like a hop, skip, and a jump away from that. You know, like you focus on 15K in September, and then bam, we're there. It's a lot closer than you think, right?
I think it is. Yeah, I didn't really even put that into perspective. I've just been like, there's just so many moving parts now that this is like my full-time gig, and I'm waking up, finding a flow, and I'm getting into messages sometimes 2 or 3 days. You know, it's just like a whole thing. And like, so I guess it is, because you challenged me last week, do 7 calls, and I got 10. Now, did they all, but did they not, a lot of them canceled day up. And so like that kind of had me thinking like, was it just because like, I was just fucking booking, Brian told me to book, so I'm booking these people, but they reached out to me, you know what I mean? So I'm like, is that just part of the game too? Like that's
that's part of the game, but we should take a look at why they canceled. Did we do the proper follow-up procedure? Did we like send a video the day of? Did they tell you?
I did a voice note, and I think that's pretty much my last question is like, now that I'm getting all these people, now that like, first it was I had the issue of booking calls because I wasn't asking, and now that I'm asking and I'm booking calls, now that people, you know, it's just new levels, new devils. Now that some of them aren't showing up, or some of them are like, I talked to my son and he doesn't want me to follow through with this. I'm like, your son, is he an exercise? Like, bro, what? Okay. And like, I don't even want to question that because I'm not even trying to deal with that later on down the road. And so this last lady, she just had a 5:30 call, and I sent the message this morning, you know, hey, Barbara, you know, hope you're having a great day, you know, the voice memo. And I said that to everybody, and it usually works. So then like right when I was in the middle of this call, I saw it was canceled, and I'm like, what do I say to that?
Yeah. So like, how many calls ended up getting booked, and then how many calls ended up showing up?
We had 10 calls booked. We had 7 show up.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good. Like I would say if your show rate's over 70%, you remember. Oh no, you weren't on the mastermind Sunday. Never mind. So you need to be in the mastermind. I actually didn't mean to do that on purpose. I was like, I did a speech.
Trying to get there, bro. I'm
like, I
trying.
literally did a
I'm
speech
fucking
on this. I'm
trying.
like, what are you
I'm doing
talking
what I
about?
can.
I didn't mean to do that. I swear to my life. I literally
I can't
talk
even
about
see you
seeding.
poked me in
I
my
literally
eye.
talk about seeding my program, then I seed my program, and that was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. I swear to God. But yeah, so I did a speech in the mastermind, and I talked about if your show rate is over 60%, you're in the green light. So your show rate is currently 70%. You don't have an issue.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, if you wanted to, you could follow up and be like, "Hey, Barbara, saw you canceled your call. No problem. Just wanted to check in. Is there any specific reason why you canceled?" Smiley face.
Okay, because I did say like, is today just not a good time for you? Question mark. And
Yeah.
I didn't. That's just
Yeah.
But okay. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you. You're changing lives. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna get 15K so I can get my ass into the MDM sooner than later.
Let's go. I appreciate you, bro. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro. Peace out. Last but not least, Kettlebell King. What's going on, G?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Best day of my life, brother. Tell me some wins.
Yes, sir. Man, my win is that I'm doing exactly what I said I wanted to do 2 years ago. Full time on this, full time with two fitness businesses. And like yesterday was a hard day. Like, damn, a lot of things came at me. And then I was just reflecting, like, man, like 8 years ago, I was an Uber driver, personal training, and I was like, man, can I just be in the fitness industry full time, full time? So I just kind of reflected and got into a state of gratitude instead of like worrying about shit. But that's my win. My question is, so and another win also. So one of my clients, she's a trainer and she has a big gym, like 500 square feet, and she has a training staff. So she bought 1,000 pounds of kettlebells from me. So I'm gonna go deliver it to her, and I'm also gonna do a little mini workshop for kettlebells for her trainers. Now I'm thinking like, how can I leverage this to maybe get those trainers on board into my program? She's still part of my program. She did the 4 months and then signed up to finish up the year. Or should I talk to her and see if she has a budget for education for her trainers and maybe give some type of discount? I have a call with her later today. So
has she expressed interest in any sort of thing, or is this something you're going to bring up to her?
no, she wants me to do that thing for her trainers so they can learn.
Okay, cool. And so the first session you're going to do is free?
Yeah, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna deliver the kettlebells for her. This is gonna be the first time I meet her in person, actually. And I also wanted to go and support on her new gym opening that opened this month. So yes, as of right now, I haven't told her I'm gonna charge or anything for the actual mini workshop. We do have a call later today, though.
Cool. So what I would say to her is, this is how I position it. I would say something along the lines of like, first things first, I'm super excited to come into the gym and do a workshop with your trainers. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to support your gym and see what's up. So that's going to be fun. And also just wanted to like plant this idea. And I don't know if you'd be interested or not, but I love teaching kettlebell stuff. It's my favorite thing to do. And I'm going to come teach your trainers and it's going to be awesome. If you love the kettlebell session that I do with your trainers, I would love to explore what it would look like for me to come in a couple times a month to train your trainers on specific things I can do with kettlebells to make your gym better. Again, we can kind of explore that after my session if you love it and you guys find value, but I just wanted to see if you'd be open to exploring that.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be in person. What I'm trying to pitch is like my online program that she's been doing for, the past 7 months.
Okay.
Because she's in a different state.
So yeah, then I would say that. So just say that, like, it'd be like, if you're interested, I would love to explore what it'd be like so that I can actually train your trainers on the kettlebell stuff. Say that.
Yeah. And then when it comes to pricing, like, if I think she has maybe like 6 or 8 trainers, she did the first 4 months at $450. And then the year extension and dropped it to $350 as a like loyal discount. Should I like maybe give a lower price than that and then like not do check-ins with her trainers, or how should I? Because, they're trainers, they might not need all this accountability stuff weekly.
Yeah. So like, what if you might have to design a custom package? Because like what I'm seeing in my head is like, maybe like, because are you training them on how to be better with the kettlebells? That's kind of the intention.
Yes, like very skill based. I mean, she came in to me wanting to get stronger and learn the kettlebells. She ended up getting fucking shredded as well. So like, there's also that.
Yeah, I would say that some sort of group rate for the trainers is a very fucking smart move. And then, maybe like a once a month check-in, because like they're trainers, they probably don't need that much accountability, but a once a month check-in, and then a group rate for the trainers. You get 6 trainers at fucking $1,200 a month for 4 months. That's pretty cool.
So like 1,200 for all 5.
Yeah, there's 5 trainers. Yeah, 1,200 for all 5, and you're like, it'll be a group rate because obviously you'd be bringing a lot of people over, and I would teach all of your trainers the same stuff that I taught you.
Okay, so basically frame it as if everybody wants to do it, this will be the price, and then
it's like a corporate rate.
Okay, and do like a 4-month commitment.
Yep.
All right, sounds good, man.
Cool. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for being my client.
Let's go.
Okay, talk to you soon. All right, guys. Hope you guys have the best day of your entire lives. Thank you guys for being my clients, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.